today we're going to start this new series of yoga and Yin Yoga and Yoga Nidra. And today we're going to add the gong too. So we're going to have a little bit of everything so we can bring more joy into our hearts. So we're going to start with 2 blocks. You need a blanket. The bolster always helps. And if you want to grab an eye pillow from that basket would be also great. Right, so we're going to start right into our first posture of yoga, Yin Yoga, which is really simple. We're going to let's use our blocks first. So we're going to have one block underneath our shoulder blades and one at the head. We'll lay down on the blocks, ideally with the knees underneath you, but if that's too much, use a bolster and or your blanket. And see if you can put that underneath you like you're sitting on a horse, and that will lift you up more, like a saddle. So we're going to try and do this supported saddle pose. But again, watch your knees and your thighs. If that's not doable, we're going to just do it sitting up like this and just dropping the chest, the arms, and bending the elbows a little bit. So we may not be able to get too far down. So you decide if you're going to be up there or you can go down here. You can still have the saddle underneath your pelvis and still drop down a bit. You may not be very much though. So we can open our heart center. For even more comfortable position, bring the blanket underneath your thighs and just rest like this. So you have about 3 positions here you can explore. And try to feel comfortable wherever you are, so don't force this one. So you can really be able to breathe and open into the heart center. And notice how your breath is becoming more comfortable as you sit here. It's called supported warrior. It's a supported virasana, but it's still challenging. So we'll give it some time and make sure you ease up if you went too far. And if your knees really don't want to do this at all, just lengthen your legs out and the bolster is underneath you. You're still opening the chest. That's good. So put your bolster underneath your whole spine. That way you have a lot more support and the legs can be long and you can have the feet together like a bound angle. So that's another version. Yeah, good. As long as the heart and chest are open, let's just do that. Yeah. Nice. Connect the breath and send it into the middle of the chest. And connect into that center right around the heart. Bring an affirmation here. Connect with your heart center and see what message do you want to give to your heart today. Say, I am grateful, I am thankful, forgive me, I care for you. Anything kind, just a compassionate feeling towards your own heart. You may find some room for forgiveness as well. We sometimes not able to forgive others or even ourselves. So let's remember to forgive whatever comes to mind or in your emotions that feels heavy or not pleasant. That's something you need to forgive and let go of. And let's tell our heart and ourselves, I am worthy of acceptance and love. My proud chest is open and receives everything. Good. Slowly and gently come on out of the position. Let go of the blocks. And now we'll transition to puppy pose. This is very easy. Elbows to the floor, right under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And simply keeping your sit bones up, allow the chest and belly to drop. Neck is long and relaxed. Work on relaxing the jaw, any tension in the face. So you want to let the head hang. You don't want it to really touch the floor. You want to have that nice release of tension at the sides and base of the neck. So allow the belly to relax and soften. And allow your heart to sink towards the ground. It is actually called as well heart melting pose. So let's allow the heart to melt into the ground. And we'll remember that the mantra for the month of January is joy. And where do we find the joy? We find it in our own hearts, in our own energy. So let's bring that joy that resides deep inside of our hearts, bring it up, bring it out, and let go of anything that blocks that joy in your system, in your life. Any negativity, any resentments, any judgments, perceptions, preconceived notions, those can be things that block the view of the reality we experience. Let's just clear our lens, especially our mind's lens, because that's where the judgments and the preconceived notions and beliefs are residing, and drop more into the heart, where the heart does not have judgment. That was the big difference between the heart and the mind. So here we're allowing the head to bow to the heart. It drops lower than the heart, just kind of dropping its center of energy into the heart. So becoming centered into our hearts instead of the busy monkey minds. We come to the gentle, kind, and loving, compassionate heart. Here we can affirm to ourselves, I am grateful that I can see myself with my own higher eyes, my higher wisdom, that I am able to change what I do not like or perceive as beneficial. I'm letting go of judgments, perceptions, skewed views of the world and even of myself. I see myself in the world with eyes of compassion, kindness, love, understanding, and wisdom to create more peace and connection within myself and with others. From this pose, we're going to continue on down, extending the legs back behind us and dropping the hips to the floor into a Sphinx pose. Elbows stay right under the shoulders. We will work on lengthening the legs one by one. Lift the left leg and stretch it back, and then the right leg and stretch it back. And lift up from the hips. Open up the chest, the heart. Head is on top of the neck, pressing into the forearms as well as the elbows. Gaze forward and down. And breathe as you experience this openness, continuing to open the heart and lungs and rib cage. And we are compressing a little bit in the spine, but very lightly because we extended our legs and then we lengthen out of the spine. So it shouldn't be much compression at all. Connect with the breath and have those long and slow inhales. Pause. Feel the lungs, feel your heart expanding and growing in all directions. And then exhale, releasing any stagnation, any negative emotions, any blockages, any layers of protection around the heart. Unleashing our heart, allowing that joy to explode out from the center of the heart, blooming like a flower. You can even imagine a lotus flower that is blooming outward from your heart with multiple petals, this beautiful color pink. With each inhalation, this lotus flower expands and gets bigger and bigger. And let's have this affirmation here. I am willing to forgive myself and others. I release myself for any connection with these negative emotions of the past. I have a choice to let them go. Now let's allow the head to drop forward a bit, lengthening the back of the neck. And continue to bring the chin towards the chest as much as you're able, lengthening more. And then inhale, bring the head up. We'll do that 3 times. And then neutral head. Move the head to the left like you're looking over the left shoulder. And then exhale, sweep it to the right. All right, now let's create a infinity sign. Imagine your nose is a pencil and you're creating this laying down figure 8 or infinity sign. So move your head in such a way to release that deeper embedded tension at the base of the neck and the back of the neck. You're gonna feel a nice release. Your vertebrae may even crack and make little noises. That's okay. And now reverse the direction of the infinity sign. Go real slow and breathe through the movement. Inhale as you create the bottom part and exhale the top. Okay, now stop in the center and bring your blocks right underneath your forearms on each side. I'm gonna allow the pecs to kind of stretch and go downward a bit. So it's gonna be a nice open chest still, but we're gonna go a little lower. So it's not gonna feel very intense, just enough to feel those areas opening at the sides of the arms and pecs. And then bring the hands in the center, connecting a little bit, fingers in between each other, and bring them under the forehead. And then you may sink a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Yes, good. So the blocks are quite wide apart on this one, just outside the edge of the mat, maybe, so you have more room for your upper arms. We'll stay 2 more breaths here. And now we will move the blocks a lot closer to have the upper arm on the blocks and hands meet behind the back, behind the neck rather. So more of the upper arms are stretching now, and we're just dropping closer to the ground. Your forehead may even be on the ground, of course. Inhale, lift off from here. We're gonna add just a different variation now. We're gonna stretch the hips back to the heels like you're in child's pose. And the arms go in that same position. They're just closer to you. And maybe bring the hands in that same area behind the head, behind the neck. Palms together like in a prayer position, folding downward. So now we get a little bit more active into the whole pectoralis area, and more muscles and tendons are active in the head and chest and neck. Get connected with the breath and see where you need to send the breath first. In those areas that have more contraction, more restrictive feeling. And we affirm to ourselves, I feel compassion for myself and all beings. I offer myself compassion. I am worthy to receive compassion at any time. There's no requirements. And notice your heart opening and dropping down further down towards the ground. Allow it to melt, to sink, to relax into this openness and feeling of compassion that sinks down into the center of the heart, into the center of the chest. And the mind becomes the servant of the heart. The heart is always the most gentle, compassionate leader. As I breathe here, I connect my heart center with my brain center. They communicate freely and willingly. The wisdom of my mind connects with the compassion of the heart. So I can move gracefully, kindly, and compassionately through life. And I can see the truth in all beings. I can see the value in each and every one, including myself. I am enough as I am. I am comfortable in my skin, and I love and care for myself. When I do that, I can also care and love others the same way. And for those of us that tend to have a perfectionistic kind of tendency, we can say, I am perfectly imperfect and I love and accept myself. Life flows through me when I am aligned. Inhale and release gently from your blocks. And we'll start to turn around on our backs to reset the spine before we get into our Yoga Nidra posture. So we'll be laying down first. And let the knees hover right over the waist. And gently drop them side to side. Let them hover to the right a little bit until you feel an openness and a nice stretch on the left side of the body. And then inhale, bring them back. And exhale, drop them to the left. And do that a few times until you feel like your spine is back to neutral and is released and relaxed. And then we're going to do one more resetting for the spine. Bring the feet up to the sky. And we're going to gently lift the pelvis off the floor. We lift and drop to get that lumbar area to release any tension and to realign the vertebrae. Good. Bring the knees to the chest and hug them in. Chin goes towards the knees, rounding like a ball. Hold as you exhale. And then gently imprint the spine back down from the shoulders to the neck to the head. And extend the legs. Bring your legs out comfortably. Bring your blanket and wrap it around you. And also your eye pillow at this point. So get as cozy, as comfortable as you can. If you like your legs elevated a bit or to release tension from your back, put a rolled blanket under your knees or your bolster. That way your back will drop down comfortably. Um, so you can have options here. Make sure you got a most comfortable position where your legs are open and relaxed, arms out to the side, relaxed. And Yoga Nidra, for those of us that have not had it before, basically means yogic sleep. It is kind of like sleep, but not quite. It's an aware kind of sleep. We are still conscious. We are in a twilight zone between sleepiness and wakefulness. So it's a kind of a theta state of consciousness. And we do that by rotating our consciousness, which means we rotate our awareness through the body. We bring the mind to different parts. And as we do that, all those body parts start to relax one by one by one. And you basically come to a place where you don't feel your body anymore. You're so relaxed. Your body is pretty much gone, and you are just aware. You just have an awareness of yourself in that state. Right? So I'm going to dim the lights too. And we'll also bring that intention as we get into the practice. Intention, it's called sankalpa. Bring your mind's attention to the right toes, right ankle, right knee, right thigh, right hip, right side of the torso, right arm, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, right hand, front of the palm, back of the palm, right side of the neck and the head, left toes, left ankle, left knee, left thigh, left hip, left side of the torso, left shoulder, left upper arm, left lower arm, left wrist, left hand, back of the hand, front of the hand, left side of the neck, the head, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth, right foot, right ankle, right shin, right calf, right knee, right thigh, front and back, right hip, right side of the pelvis, right side of the torso, front and back, right shoulder, right upper arm, right elbow, right forearm, right wrist, thumb, index, middle finger, ring, pinky, right side of the neck, back of the neck, front of the neck, jaw, muscles of the face, cheeks, eye socket, nose, and lips, forehead, eyebrows, the whole head, scalp, the hair, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth, left foot, left ankle, left lower leg, shin and calf, left knee, left thigh, back of the thigh, left side of the pelvis, left hip, left side of the torso, the front and the back, left shoulder, left upper arm, left elbow, left forearm, left wrist, left thumb, index, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. The whole hand. Left side of the neck, front and back. The jaw, the lips, upper and lower lips separated and relaxed. Muscles of mastication relaxed, sinking back. Teeth slightly apart. Tongue resting back. Eyes soft, relaxed, sinking deep into the socket. Sinuses and sinus floor, just letting go. Eyebrows, eyelids, orbicular socket, temples, forehead, hairline, earlobe, back of the ear, top of the ear, the scalp, all the fascia around the body. Letting go of the body, becoming one with the earth. No body, no mind, just the breath and awareness of the breath existing in a light, free being. In this state of relaxed consciousness level, we bring in an intention for our practice, for our life, sankalpa, something we wish to resolve, to have, be, or do, whatever that is for you. I may give you some suggestions, but you can pick your own. Joy, health, and happiness are my name. I am unique, special, loved, and lovable. My life flows freely, without resistance. The wisdom of my mind and the love in my heart guides me through life, flowing with the current, much easier than against it. So set that intention. It may be one word or two or a phrase. See it like you're writing it down with white chalk on a blackboard. Bring that in the screen of your mind and see it clearly. That mantra, that intention, write it down. See it with your mind's eye and erase it. Now say it yourself into your mind. Repeat it 2 or 3 times so you can hear it from you to you. And now you imagine you're telling it to someone that you really trust and believe in. Share this intention with them. And then we gently let it go in the universe, knowing that it will come back as true and real for us when the time is right. It's the God's timing, the Creator's timings, the universe timings, not our own. And we respect that.
Start to open your eyes gently, sliding the pillow to the side, very small increments, allowing a little light to come in to your awareness, coming back from outer space. This gong mimics the sound of the planetary system. So you got to travel with the stars and the moon and the constellations. And maybe with Chiron more today, and with Venus that comes up first in the sky. So Venus for love and Chiron for healing. So that's the messages I got. Let's use this beautiful energy to transmit and transform something that needs to be transformed. And as you start to move your legs and arms, and rub your hands and feet if you'd like, stretch whatever feels good, that wakes you up. And just to get up and moving slowly. And drink some water before you leave to the car or in the car. And take a moment to come back to reality before you drive because you can be a little bit slow after this. So be careful. And I'm looking forward for my event tomorrow for an hour for Gong. And I'll have one here soon. I think we're gonna plan something. All right. Well, thank you all for joining. Have a good night and a good sleep. Namaste. You were so welcome, Jiru. Yeah, yeah. It's magical, that song. That's flavor.